Online versus offline business. This question probably gets asked a lot in this forum, and I'm still trying to take the plunge but don't know what to pursue. Ultimately, my ideal goal is to attain financial freedom and get away from the 9-to-5 rat race. I want to be in control, and my ideal income goal falls within the range of 200-400k profit per year. I hear both arguments. Online is saturated. Offline doesn't scale. Online has too much competition, etc. But in your guys' opinion, what business side offers the best road to financial freedom? What type of business in your opinion would better fit? Both online and offline businesses offer road to financial freedom. This isn't about what's better, it's about what's better. That's the problem. I don't know what I'm good at. In a nutshell, hopefully this tells you a bit about me. I feel like the only good thing I'm good at is playing soccer, but I don't want to make a job out of the only thing I enjoy. I guess I'm good at blue-collar work, but I don't want to be a worker. I want to manage my business. Helped me with a similar thread to this. Try shifting from the online versus offline mindset to the value-add mindset. Find something that is painful for you, or family, or a trend you spot and fix that issue. Focus on adding value rather than starting a business. If you decide at the start I am going to make an online business, you very well may miss excellent opportunities that could be held offline. Of course, this is much easier said than done, as I am in this stage as well. All the best. Yup. Andy is great, but I guess I get discouraged. Let me give you an example. I put a lot of thought into going into the carpet cleaning business. I came up with a USP that states that I will clean your carpet, and if you aren't satisfied I will pay you your money back. I thought that this USP adds value as it gives customers peace of mind that they aren't risking their hard-earned money. I posted this idea in the carpet cleaning community and got shit on, laughed at, ridiculed. People said I was stupid, that I would be out of business within 6 months, etc. I said that my initial prices would start off at $115 per room, and people said that I was crazy and that there are people that clean carpets at $50 per room. So I was like, okay. Here I am trying to add value, but I guess maybe I'm not. Trust me, I get it. I am in the same stage as you are. Your anxiety and head banging are not done alone. I have a rather large dent in the shape of my forehead on my wall that I have been adding to for a while now. I have had multiple failures already. In my failures I have asked, did the value add justify a new service to be created? For your example, was a money-back guarantee enough of a value add to justify creating a new business? Could you have added more value or targeted another underserviced area of cleaning? I know I can personally vow to the fact that I do not want to use a cleaning service to get my floors done, etc. But I would absolutely pay for someone to clean up my messy apartment for me. Maybe there are other niches not being properly serviced or advertised to. As far as price goes, I don't think I can add much value past what the book talks about. It is dangerous to get into a price war for like goods. Instead, trust that you are adding true value into the product, and the market will echo if your value add is enough to justify the cost. It is not a bad thing to be the most expensive, but you better be bringing a ton of value for the price if you have lots of competitors. Another question to ask yourself is, did you actually get the value proposition out to a large enough sampling of the market to determine if the business is actually needed or not? If you only ask 3 people to use your service and they all say no, that is not a very large sampling of the market, and you could be basing your conclusion that the service is not needed off of faulty or incomplete feedback. The only success I have found at this game so far is that there is no right answer, and you're just going to have to tweak and pivot until the market says you have a winner. Oh, also, I wouldn't pay any mind to the "you can't do it," especially from potential competition. They don't want you taking market share, so of course they will naysay. Let the market decide if it is viable. That's the problem. I haven't even tried it yet. I have a lot of issues that are holding me back. In the carpet cleaning example, I have allowed people to tell me that it can't be done, before even trying to do anything. In the online sector, when trying to start Amazon FBA, I also allowed people to tell me that the market was too saturated and that it was more trouble than it was worth. I'm glad I'm not the only one that goes through this. Haha. I'm involved a little bit in real estate. You know what would be great in my area? A carpet cleaner that, and when they say they will. Seriously. I would worship them like some kind of carpet cleaning messiah. I would refer them to everyone I know. I would pay more per room than any of their competitors. I'd be their biggest fan. Ever notice something about service companies or professionals? People refer to them possessively. I got a call: plumber, lawyer, dentist, electrician, carpet cleaning guys, web guy. There's a study I read once and can't find on Google right now, haha, where people were able to recall from memory an average of 7 brand names in consumer goods categories, 7 car brands, 7 soda brands, whatever, but on average were only able to recall service brand name per category. 1 electrician, 1 lawyer, whatever the why people could only recall 1 is irrelevant. The point is that 1. How? 1 Strong lead generation efforts, marketing, networking, realtors and property managers, referrals, etc. This is where a USP would come in. It doesn't have to be gimmicky though. Maybe the first room is free. Maybe if it's a property management company, the first house is free. Put in a room limit, haha. All you have to do is let them know you exist. Hint: pick up the phone and call. Make them feel comfortable trying you out, reduce their risk, and make the entire process as easy on them as possible. Reduce their hassle. Simple. Note: I didn't say easy. 2 Strong customer retention efforts, great customer service. Not good service, which is forgettable, but great service. And at least in my area, the bar is set very low for what constitutes great actual service too. Actually get the carpet clean. Long story short, is carpet cleaning the right biz? Who knows? Certainly not me. But who discouraged you? The same ones that don't answer their phone when a potential customer calls? Likely. So does their opinion matter? Does anyone's opinion matter except your customer's? Sometimes I think people don't realize just how low the bar is set in some industries, and how many value gaps there actually are, because they focus too much on doing something no one else has done. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Does that make sense? Love this post. You hit the nail on the head. I as well as Andy disagree about needing a USP. You don't need you just need to. Nothing is too saturated. Break into, that just means more competition and noise. I recommend listening to this podcast from on core values and making decisions that will make you happy. Also, you don't need a USP, just be the closest person to them. Make sure they know you exist and be ready to pounce. There's no obvious solution to your inquiry. Gainfulness isn't dictated by whether you are on the web or off. Productivity is controlled by a large group of different components. Principally, that you convey an item or administration your clients need. Looking to the future, numerous disconnected business presently works internet business sites. Online there is a pattern for huge organizations to begin disconnected parts to their tasks. Taking a gander at the prompt future, business visionaries are advancing toward a blocks and snaps plan of action when it is functional, which is having a nearness both on the web and off. So true. I have accountant and doctor and wouldn't change them as they are too valuable. I work in quality control and am a good operator, but all the shitty guys make me look like a star. Just do what you say you are going to do and turn up on time and do a good job, provide good service. Try it, otherwise don't bother asking, and good luck, mate. I'll offer up my flavor of advice on this. I agree, offline or online doesn't matter. However, for me personally, I found that online provides more options and opportunities if you can use them. But that's because for me, I'm not a people person. INTJ. How many possible people can you reach with a bricks and mortar plumbing service? Now, how many people can you reach if you sell widgets online? The numbers are vastly different. Doesn't mean you will sell more or make more money, but I don't like to limit my options out of the gate. Also, basing your choices on values that represent you will help a lot too. Thanks for putting up my podcast on the subject. I am glad you got some people who have actually gone through the process weigh in on this thread. Take their advice and run with it. I am more moral support at this stage. But rest assured, you're not alone in this struggle. All the best. I'll be checking in on you. I totally get this and agree. I live in a ruralish area, so getting good people to even come is a huge hurdle. Then, they only want to do new construction, not repairs. Another hurdle. Once you finally find someone, they never show up and never call to tell you they can't come because of XYZ. You have to chase them down and find out when they will come next. I had a roofer tell me they would be there Sunday. I stayed home all day and they never showed up, so I texted them and they were like, had issues, will be there tomorrow. Tomorrow came and I stayed at the house and they never showed. No calls or texts again until I finally text them. Had more issues, will be there tomorrow. That day came. No show again and no call or texts. I called someone else and they showed up in hours and fixed my small roof issue I needed done. Guess who is getting my new roof business 30 days from now? Hint, it's not the first guy. I shouldn't have to call and text you to hunt you down and find out why you didn't come and wasted my day. I shouldn't have to call 20 different people to get one job done. The second guy didn't have a USP, other than he showed up. My father owned a fleet of 14 carpet cleaning vans when I was a kid. Loved the smell of carpet cleaning solution. The big thing to get into is get your OSH or hazmat certifications for biohazard and for industrial waste. You will get nasty jobs, but those are the ones no one wants to do and pay the most. And it's usually an insurance company footing a bill or a municipality. Meth lab cleanups can net you $150 an hour per person, and a suicide cleanup can be around $2,500 for gunshot vic. Good luck. Have you calculated how many carpets you'd need to clean to make $200 $400K? $50 bucks are about $45 profit, about 4,500 carpets a year to make $200K, about 13 carpets a day, every day of the year. Wow, thank you guys for all your responses. I'm just being real with myself, I definitely lack action. There are so many things holding up me back. Yesterday I stayed up all night and asked myself, and on and on and on. Am I really overthinking, or are my concerns actually valid? Crime scene cleanup is a year-round industry. You'll also deal with industrial accidents as well. Sounds much worse than getting a job. LOL. That's why you have employees based on commission. 4 vans going out every day can do 20 carpets a day each. That's 80 carpets a day 6 days a week. Pay them $20 a carpet. Pocket $25 per. You now are making over $500,000 a year after investing maybe $200,000 in assets. Spend $20K $50K in advertising per year in a high population area and you can see more than $1 million a year if you treat the big clientele right and make the little ones feel like they are important. Not too hard to get in front of it. Even better if you can run 2 vans with night and day crews. Get convenience store and box store hard floor cleaning contracts. Buy a couple $1,000 used floor buffers and do the first cleaning free. Nursing homes and retirement homes do weekly cleanings on high traffic areas and will call for emergency cleanups. Hospitals will outsource the hard surface cleanings as well. The market is huge and usually only serviced by a couple guys. Why only $50 per room? I was thinking of charging $115 per room. Lol. Depends on your market. If $125 is what everyone is charging, then charge $125. Most urban markets for carpet cleaning fluctuate between $40 and $75, but higher-end markets can be around $150. That also depends if your guys have to move furniture as well. If your market is advertising $125 for a room moving furniture, I'd advertise $100 and specify you need the furniture moved in small print. But full price of $125 if you move furniture. I wouldn't charge less. I'd advertise more value in some way before I would lower the cost. One cleaning company I know did this, and then had to raise prices when wages in that city went up. It's just always a bad idea to lower prices. Someone will come in and undercut you at some point. If you make your cleaning guys 100% commission, they will actually generate more revenue. If they are in a house for one carpet, they often can get more than one done by just talking to the homeowner. But make sure your payment system is app-based so they don't try to undercut you. Hi Ryan, I totally understand what you are saying. I posed the question because I don't think the op did any calculations when thinking through potential businesses. Saying I want to make $200, $400K and I want to get out of the rat race, and then saying I'm thinking of a carpet cleaning business doesn't quite go together. I've run the numbers on this particular segment so many times it hurts. My father at one time had 14 vans and over 30 employees. He ran a day shift and a night shift and was making ridiculous money. His accountant was shady and never paid taxes, and my father took a hit. They put him out of business. The guy that bought all his old equipment is still in business, and I even worked for him for a time. Hi Bioface, why do you say they don't go quite together? I own a local service business. I hate to say this, but I haven't really added much value other than providing good quality. I haven't done anything extraordinary, and I'm just focused on staying simple and scaling. Not saying you shouldn't add value. But some of these businesses are just plain old raw business. Nothing special about them, just business. This in itself could be value. And do you feel you have differentiated yourself from others because you have provided good quality? Or are you just like the other companies? It's real important to block out the noise and take a chance. Think this: what's the worst that could happen? On the other hand, remember that if you do nothing, then nothing changes. This realization made me suck it up and do it. Look, scrutinize those people's lives and where they are. Chances are they are not successful. Chances are they take no risks and live safe, boring lives, every day the same, acceptance of defeat. But how do you decide what to take the dive on? For example, I personally struggle with what business to endeavor in and flip-flop a lot. For example, carpet cleaning is an industry that interests me, but so is painting and junk removal. What catches my eye about junk removal is that it's more a necessity, whereas carpet cleaning is a luxury. Junk removal seems the safer option because waste management is not something people like to do. It's unsexy. But like I said, I'm constantly flipping-flopping, and it's something I hate about myself. If you do put together a blue-collar business, you can start out doing the work and then later hire people to do the hands-on stuff. Building from the ground up may make you get your hands dirty for a time. If you ever become too good to do the work, then you can count on losing the business soon afterward. My standard is that I'm not above doing any job in my businesses. The fact that I know how to do the different jobs and I'm willing to jump in to help when needed brings me a lot of respect. Even with an online business, there's still grunt work. Okay. So you're bright, probably a good problem solver and troubleshooter. You have IT support expertise and great customer service skills. How about doing something in the IT support sector, for yourself? Whatever company you work for now has obviously found a market that is profitable enough to employ you and presumably many others and still make a profit. You have experience in this area, so wouldn't be starting from scratch. This is an idea I've been looking into to do myself, but I'm still stuck in the idea stage and action faking. But I'm getting there. If that interests you, these are the ideas I'd think about from your job. What common IT support needs do you pick up? What problems surface time and time again? What are the common complaints? What do people value having fixed? Who out of your support team gets most compliments and thanks, and what are they doing to get that? What does your company do poorly that you would do better? What market is currently underserved? Is there a market for people at home that need IT support, or a business niche? Do people want a home visit, or can it be done remotely? I like the comments others have put on here about how you can set yourself apart from the crowd just by turning up on time. Here in the UK there is a company called Team Know How that does product and tech support, and their policies are aggressively sold when you buy an item from the large electrical store Currys or PC World. If you Google reviews for Team Know How service, there are literally thousands of one-star reviews saying how terrible they are. It's a goldmine for an entrepreneur. After reading a few, you pick up the common threads of why people hate them. It shouldn't be hard to be infinitely better than they are, mainly just turn up when you say you will, do jobs promptly and don't have a SHT phone system that takes 20 minutes to get through, only to then have a clueless buffoon not be able to find any record of your job. Simple. As for scaling and online versus offline, I guess you could go either way with something like this. Either employ a team of people to do the work for you and you manage it, then franchise it if it gets big enough, or develop some automated online solutions or some online training to take care of the common problems. Plenty of offline businesses still have some form of online presence. Plenty of offline businesses often use the internet as a marketing tool in some form or another. I needed a customized database system for my trust deed business. I couldn't find anyone to build it locally here in Alaska. I ended up hiring an IT guy in Canada. He built me one on a public platform that I'm still using. Yes, he has updated it as I needed his services. You can find a niche if you look for one. The matter is not our opinion. But what actually matters is what you think you are best fit for, whether you had a capability of doing 9-to-5 rat race, or you have the capability to make others do that 9-to-5 rat race for your benefits. Understand yourself and then decide whether online or offline. There is no way your profit will be $45 per room unless you're cleaning them yourself, getting gas for free, fixing your cleaning vans for free, and etc. Always start from the get-go, including everything into your calculations. If you average $50 per room and want to profit $200,000, you need to be grossing around $700,000. That's 14,000 rooms per year. I Google searched this, but your average house cleaner can clean 13 to 15 rooms per day. Let's be really conservative and say they clean 3 3-bedroom houses per day for $150 each, a low price for my area. They can do this 5 to 6 days a week, and let's stay being conservative at 5 days a week. You're looking at 15 houses a week or 750 houses per year, giving 2 weeks of no cleaning a year. That's $112,000 gross per full-time employee, or around $33,000 profit per year per employee. So you need 7 cleaning vans, a backup cause a van will always be breaking down, probably around 12 cleaners, a secretary, a solid manager, and 90 houses a week being cleaned in order to reach your goal. That is doable from one location in a major city. You could run the business from a house with a garage until you have like 4 cleaning vans. TBH. Carpet cleaning is a hard service business because you're dealing with minimum wage workers that are constantly coming and going. And you need some serious volume in order to actually make something. Cleaning 90 houses a week is going to be tough to manage. Coming from someone that's in the service business, there is a trade-off. It's that you're out in the field sweating and dirty until you get enough consistent work to hire employees. Then you're managing the employees and doing all the office work until you are getting enough volume to cover hiring a virtual assistant company or a secretary or manager. That takes years and a bit of capital, but you don't need to have multiple locations to run $1 million cleaning company. Just having one location in a large city can be enough business to get you to that point. There are thousands of houses being cleaned every week in every major city. Everybody I know, online or off, who own successful businesses, start out working their ass off, 60 to 70 plus hours per week. They do it without knowing the business will take off. I don't think you will be exempt. It's just part of the normal business cycle. I think the answer depends on your personality. If you enjoy the idea of funnels, optimizing ad campaigns, creating email campaigns, etc., then go the online route. If you like face-to-face business and talking with new people daily, then go the carpet cleaner route. BTW, the highest grossing Stanley steamer van in the country, averages $900,000 a year in revenue, one van. With that said, I'll say this, most carpet cleaners don't make much money at all, but the ones who do really make a killing. You have to think of yourself as a marketer who happens to sell carpet cleaning services. Otherwise you'll always be like everyone in the industry who struggle to hit six figures. If you search truck mount forums, you'll find a case study where the owner showed how he started up in a new town and got to $700,000 a year revenue after year 2. The secret is to learning how to provide and communicate what I call the Ritz-Carlton experience. That means a text message 30 minutes before arrival, including real-time GPS location. All technicians are properly dressed, clean-shaven and wearing booties when entering home, laying out drop cloths to avoid scratching hardwood floors, wearing white gloves when carrying furniture. A follow-up call 48 hours later, then a handwritten thank you card 1 week later, chocolates during the holidays for the A+ customers, a customer retention system, a rewarding referral system, most importantly a damn good cleaning, communicating and providing. The Ritz-Carlton experience allows you to charge far more than what everyone else is charging. By charging a lot more, you'll have better margins to be able to pay your employees well and keep them happy while you scale. Never compete on offering the lowest price. Good luck. I have had a similar experience with staying at Ritz. It's wonderful. I've been in those forums and it's crazy how pessimistic people are in there. They all say it's impossible to get rich and that I'm delusional. That in itself is discouraging because these are people that have been in the business for years, sometimes decades, but then I remember that many of them are one-man crews, have limiting beliefs, and other stuff that hurts them. How much would it actually take to get on with this and test it? Choose one specific type of junk. Check it by using Google Keyword Planner and seeing monthly searches for things like how to dispose of X in city Y. Let's say for the sake of argument it's fallen branches. So you'd need everything else is just add-ons, right? And the pickup truck and chainsaw could just be rented to begin with to confirm demand. If there's demand, you can make a logo, give the pickup truck a paint job, get a better website, get a portable credit card thing, set up a formal business structure, more ads, assistants, expanding into other types of waste, etc. But the actual core test is pretty small. Online business is much interesting rather than offline business. But online bussiness helps you to get lots of customers globally for the business. I don't think you should be that hard on yourself because I think many of us feel that way. I struggle with that which they call shiny object syndrome. There are so many things that catch my eye and I know I would be good at, and I get easily distracted from one thing to another. So I am probably not the best person to give you advice, but I can say that I have recently forced myself to look at one thing at a time rather than do what I usually do, which is juggle all sorts of ideas at once. I can warn you from my experience, that I have found myself giving diluted effort to each one of those things, ending up overwhelmed because all those things require follow-up, and follow-through. So if I were you, I would write every idea out and look at all of it critically, benching the ones that could be done following your first idea. Just bench them for later possibility. Now, just focus on the one thing you believe you can execute well and has the least chances of going awry. I think you can combine ideas down the line to and expand. Let's say you started with carpet cleaning. It is cleaning, just like junk removal is cleaning up, so perhaps you can start a carpet cleaning thing and then expand cleanups of other sorts, allowing for your business to grow in the future. It would all be in how you present it, but it is important to fully focus and build the one thing first. So don't hate yourself. You have a valuable asset of generating ideas. Just keep them in the memory banks for future use. Because I am not seasoned, I can't give you more info, but can only speak from my experience thus far. Even your business is so-called offline, it's going to have to be online at some point. Seriously, no one uses Yellow Pages anymore. Google might even smite my comment for mentioning it. I always thought it would be funny to have an online company that sells brick and mortar.